Hey guys, Double Art here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Lizard Build-A-Figure Wave Mysterio! Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, now as I said before, today we're having a look at Mysterio from the Lizard Wave, and yes, he is absolutely fantastic. There was one problem with mine, but that has been resolved. Don't worry, I'll still give Hasbro shit in this video like I should. Earmuffs. But yeah, this thing has 1960s, 70s Spider-Man animated series written all over it. I mean, just look at the costume. It's totally calling back to that, which is awesome. Even though I kind of prefer the gold slash yellow gloves and boots, that's neither here nor there. This thing is just a fantastic figure. So we'll just get right into it here. His lizard piece, he comes with the, what is it, left leg. Prowler came with the right. And again, it's got the toe joint, the rocker, the hinge. That's pretty stiff, jeez. Double jointed knee. Bottom knee doesn't exactly work all the time. There it goes. But this is, I've had two of these now, and this seems to be the tighter of the two legs on both counts. Let me check my lizard quick. That sounded wrong. It's about just as tight, so I don't need to do any swapping out. I have it built right now, but you ain't gonna see that until Friday. So, without further ado, let's get into Mysterio's accessories. Alrighty, so in the way of Mysterio's accessories, and yes, I am saying his name like that throughout the entire review. Thank you, Spectacular Spider-Man. This is the monster you've created. Okay, so he comes with two of these crazy Hex Effects deals. They clip onto his foot. There's like a bunch of smoke and crap, and there's like a freaking spider crawling out of that. As you can see on the back, there is a section for his shin and then the top of his foot. Very, very nice. I like the look of that. Now, I wish they kind of just mirrored this, but put, instead of like a spider, maybe something else. Or a snake, whatever that is. I think it's a snake. Maybe the spider's on this side. But, this side, you got a bunch of smoke and a tentacle. And I like this, but my only gripe is these smoke effects kind of just go off to one side. Because if you look at them, you can tell that just him standing there's not a lot going on over here compared to over here, which, you know, that's due to the fact that it's going up, but I would have preferred maybe a little bit going out just to kind of even it out a bit, because it looks like this side got a lot more love than this side, but that's just me being picky. Well, with that being said, let's move on to Mysterio's, I screwed it up, Mysterio's articulation. And in the way of Mysterio's articulation, are you annoyed yet? I kind of am, but that's besides the point. It is standard Marvel Legends stuff, but this is a new body, so I need to show you everything and anything different about it. First of all, it's got all these lines on it, which is cool. I don't know if they can reuse this for anybody. There was a character named like The Grid or something stupid like that, maybe. But you're probably all wondering, what's under the helmet? Well, you've already freaking seen it at this point, but I'll show you anyways. You deserve it. All two of you. And of course it gets stuck. It gets stuck, but as you can see, which I kind of wish this was not in this color, because it is very difficult to make out the details, but it is a skull with a tentacle going into his eye, out of his mouth, and around his neck. That is friggin' awesome. I kind of wish it was just the Ghost Rider skull without the flames, but that looks really cool. And you do get some range out of it. Looks side to side, a little bit up and down just freely, so you got that. His shoulders will move out, back in, full 360, swivel at the bicep, double joint at the elbow. Nice paint shading on the gauntlets, all around. Very nice. Swivel at the wrist, hinge at the wrist. Now this hand, I believe, is reused from our good friend, the Pizza Spidey. This hand, I don't know. I wish they would have just mirrored this and put that over here too, because you can actually pop the hands out. Fairly simple stuff there. I think it's in all the way. Let me check. Yeah, that's in all the way. He's got skinny wrists at the very end, but whatever. But I kind of wish he had just another one of these, so you could have him doing the grand old whoosh with both arms. That would have looked cool, but such is life, I suppose. Ab crunch, a lot of range forward, decent back. Swivel at the waist, T-jointed hips, not too bad for Mysterio. They move forward, back, really rock solid on the hips. This one's got a little bit more give to it, but it's still really tight. Thigh cut, double joint at the knee, and a swivel at the boot, as well as a hinge in the ankle, and a rocker. Now, mine, his left knee was put on upside down. Now, it's fixed now, but goddamn it, Hasbro. You and your lack of quality control is unacceptable. It is ridiculous. This is the 5th figure, I think, to have something wrong with it next to, let's see. Red Pool, he didn't have his choker. Prowler, his abs were frozen. Cap, he had 2 right feet. And then Taskmaster has the Smurf nipple, but that's like the least of all of them. That's, I can sleep at night with that. But the other stuff is absolutely ridiculous. And stop making so many damn figures a year. Maybe that will cease to exist. But one can never tell with Hasbro. They're like Sasquatch. You never know where they're going to be or if you're going to see them. But the cape is easy enough to peg in. He's got a little peg hole on his back. I guess it's an invert peg, wouldn't it be? But as you can see, there is a peg there. But lining this up is a chore. Hopefully I can do it within a reasonable time frame. If not, I'm just going to cut it and we're just going to go to the next segment of the show here. Yeah, it looks like it's on there. But there it is. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie. That's the other thing, but that's across the board, not just mine. I wish they'd fix that, because it is kind of weird. Again, it must be to allow for the shoulders, but last time I checked, these ACBA guys weren't the only ones buying these damn things. I'm gonna give them a lot of shit, so earmuffs. But yeah. Other than that, this thing is amazing. So let's move on to some size comparisons. Woo! He's off center. Here we go. Size comparisons. Let's do it. And here is Mysterio next to Pizza Spidey and Taco Deadpool. And as you can see, he's a little bit big. He's a little bit on the big side, which is cool. Nice imposing figure. I wish he was the same height as Deadpool, but then again, that Deadpool's got them pumped up kicks, so what are you going to do? But he's in really good scale with Spider-Man. It kind of looks like he has to pee without his feet are inverted. Weird. Okay, let's move on to the next size comparison. And here is Mysterio next to the rest of the lizard wave. And I gotta say, with a few exceptions, Spider-Woman and Gwenpool, I really like this wave. Even my messed up Prowler. He's cool because he's Prowler, but he's messed up, and it bothers me. So yeah. And Hasbro's amazing distribution. You could totally just run out to any store and find these. I'm lying. You can't. You can't. You can't. Can't find shite because the distribution is crap. Hide. But that's besides the point. At least I got all these. And last but not least, here is Hasbro's Mysterio, the new one next to Toy Biz's Mysterio. Yeah, that's getting annoying. But with that being said, the Toy Biz one, while it has its perks, I mean, it does have this crazy Manny Faces Motu-like gimmick going on. That's about all it's got going for it, because other than that, it's a little funky looking, not gonna lie. His arms are a little long. He's got a big old button sticking out of his back, but he did come with a pretty sweet base. And this is actually an extra I have that I am sending to Mr. John Gaither. So that'll be in your next trade box, sir. But with that being said, time to move on. Final thoughts. Alrighty, guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts. What else can I say about this figure? It's Mysterio. It's amazing. Granted, mine had an issue, but that was fixed. So, crisis aborted. Yeah! But the fact of the matter still stands. It was screwed up. And that is a load of Bob Saget BS. Because in 2018, I have experienced, 5 figures with major issues. And if Hasbro wants to make stuff, that's cool, but actually give a crap about the product you're selling us instead of selling us what should be on eBay as China seconds. Half price plus free shipping from China. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, I'm just going to say with all of these from now on, buyer beware. You may get a good one, you may get a crap one. That's just what it is. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. Mysterio is definitely getting a 10 out of 10 for me, obviously. He'll probably be on the top 10 Legends of the Year list, for sure. But don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Mysterio!